and welcome back to Roasted Studios. Be sure to hit that like button, and thank you so much for joining me today for some Red Dead Online, Red Dead Redemption number 2. And basically, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Brian Laundrie. Hey, Red Dirt Productions, how you doing, girl? They think they may have found Brian Laundrie's body, but they're not sure, and they're not going to know until they're able to do a little bit more investigating. But they did find a body, partial remains of a body, as well as a notebook and a backpack. And they don't know if it's his or not, but they know that the water was receding in the where was it at again? The Carlton Reserve. They know the water was receding, and so they were able to look in certain areas where they weren't able to look before. And because of that, they found partial remains of a body. I think, you guys, I think it might be him. That's just my opinion. I don't know, though. Not sure. Hi, Linda. How are you doing, honey? Hey, Lita. How are you doing, sweetheart? Lita says her theory is he's been doing cannibalism. Yeah, maybe. He could have been. Possibly.
He might have murdered somebody else out there.
Yeah, he probably murdered somebody else to get a free meal. This guy was out of his mind. You know? We got Mandy Lou here, Lita, Linda, Pindard, nice to see you. I know, it's a crazy situation. I'm curious to see if this is really him or not. If this is really his body that they found. It sounded like they said it was his notebook, but then they maybe retracted it, weren't sure. So they really need to make sure if it's him or not before going around and saying it is him. And that's why I think they're holding back. They haven't done that yet. Red Dirt Protection says, I'll tell you what I've said all along. Dad snapped, kill Brian and dump him. Think about that. Oh, maybe. You mean his father? Possibly. Linda says sad all around.
What about this theory of him hiding in the laundry bed or the flower bed?
What do you guys think about the theory of him hiding in the laundry bed? Is the flower bed, the laundry bed? I'm so sorry, the flower bed, because that might be put to rest now after they find out whose body that was in the Carlton Reserve that they just found. Yeah, they're going to have to figure this all out. I'm very curious. I'm just going to throw out my opinion. I think it's him. I think he thought that he knew the wilderness a little bit more than the wilderness knows human beings. And once you're at that level of narcissism and you think you could just take on the whole world, maybe he thought he could hide out and he could survive because he's a survivalist, but he wasn't able to do it. You know? I don't think he took his own life. Doesn't sound like he did. I don't know. I don't think he did. I think he was trying to outsmart everybody, and he just wasn't as smart as he thought he was. He couldn't get away with it. And here's another opinion. I think he killed Gabby.
Yeah.
I think he killed Gabby, and that's why he ran away in the first place. What do you guys think in the comment section? And give me a 1 if you guys can hear me.
I was going to say, I don't really think he was all that good at being out in the wilderness, because the reason why they got caught arguing in Moab was because they ran out of water. He didn't account for.
Oh, in Moab they ran out of water?
Yeah, that's why they went into town to try to get
Oh.
supplies, and they didn't account for that. So he obviously.
So he didn't account for the fact that he wasn't a good survivalist. But if you're a narcissist, you're not going to think that, are you? You're going to think you're good regardless. So even though they ran out of water, he was running out of supplies, it didn't matter. In Moab, he still, remember when he said, "Oh, I love Gabby." That made him look really innocent, didn't it? But he does. But first of all, abuse isn't love, and domestic violence isn't love. And then also trying to cover it up by making it seem like you're the innocent one by saying, "Oh, I loved her." That's not love either. He's just wrong on all different accounts. Thank you, Linda, for letting me know. Lita says there's alligators there. Yeah, I think an alligator may have got him. I don't know.
Speak of the devil, right?
Yeah, speak of the devil. There's an alligator right there in the game. Okay, Red Dirt Production says, no, if that Brian, I think when he told his dad, I think his dad snapped and killed him, and that's why they're not talking. And they placed the Mustang there. Yes, he choked Gabby out. Yeah, I think he definitely strangled Gabby out of some domestic violence situation. The reason that caused that argument we'll never know now. It sounds like because Brian's doesn't. It doesn't sound like that he's going to be found alive. I mean, it doesn't sound good. It sounds like this might be the end.
His parents are complicit.
Linda said, if that was my child, I would hunt him down. Yeah, if you were a parent and you were innocent and you wanted to know what happened to Gabby, you're absolutely right, Linda. You'd hunt him down and try to find out what's going on. Do you think the parents got involved a little too late? Because they didn't get involved right away. It took a few weeks to get these people involved, it seemed like. Do you guys think the family's guilty regardless, whether or not they had anything to do with this?
They gave that kid a head start, like definitely.
Yeah, my Voodoo Ranger thinks that they gave the kid a head start for sure. And the neighbors said when they came back when he came back from Teton, that they all went camping, the family members. So maybe they were scoping out a place for him to go, too. It's quite possible. Be sure to hit that like button. Thank you so much for joining me with Rosa Studios. Just doing some online gameplay here, talking a little bit about that online, it's all over the news right now. Brian Laundrie body possibly found. Possibly being found. Linda said yes if they were trying to protect him. Yeah. They didn't care so much about Gabby at the moment, though, did they? Oh, wow, 10 people watching. That's the biggest number I've had in a really long time. Anyways, jump in the chat, you guys, and let me know. We're talking about Brian Laundrie's body possibly being found. We're not going to know definitively or definitely today, but his body was possibly found. They also found a backpack and a notebook. And because the water was receding at the Carlton Reserve, they were able to look in an area again that they weren't able to look previously, and that's how they were able to find this body. Whoever it belongs to, I don't know. Yes, ma'am, that's right. Red Dirt Productions says, so we won't know till DNA is done. Yeah, absolutely, because partial remains were found, and then also you can't just tell based on a lot of different things, so we got to do that DNA test. Yeah, and depending on how long he's been out there, too. And this body, I think, was found initially underwater, it sounds like. Right, yeah. Lewis Griffin says, no, he killed someone else and is using their identity. Okay. Oh, you mean like to try to get away? Possibly, yeah. There's a lot of sleuths going on here, you guys. You guys have a lot of different ideas. There's somebody in the community on YouTube. I don't want to say their channel name because I don't want to give them a shout out, but they're actually on the news.
See them in the background footage?
You can see them in the background footage yelling and screaming at the news reporters regarding the information, but I think they're doing as much as they can do right now. They can't come out and say they definitively found him without doing DNA. And then also the news reporters aren't responsible for Gabby's death. Everyone's just trying to do the best that they can do. If they want to yell at anyone, yell at the parents. Really? Are the parents responsible at all? You guys, I want to know in the comment section. Do you think the parents are responsible at all in any sense? And by parents, I'm talking about Brian's parents. Brian Laundrie's parents. Linda says, I wonder if the lad had problems before in his past. You know what? I was wondering just the same thing. I wanted to know the same thing. I wanted to know, did he come from abuse? Did he come from, hey, Scott, how are you doing, honey? Did he come from abuse? Did he come from a lifestyle where he was privy to being, like a narcissist in some sense? Was he overly praised as a child? And that's what caused this narcissism?
I was going to say, I think your theory of him being a narcissist is probably pretty close.
Yeah.
Because just look at his weird behavior
Yeah, his weird behaviors, and also the fact he doesn't think he's guilty. He just killed some. Excuse me. In my opinion, just an opinion here. In my opinion, he killed Gabby, and he just didn't care, and just left her body, and just took home, and then tried to, think he was some great survivalist and was going to survive on his own and just get away with all this. That's quite possible. Maybe, I don't know. Linda says there must be something that was wrong with him. I think he was on that narc spectrum, and he had high narcissistic traits. Then was also a domestic abuser. You know.
His behavior is really weird in that the body cam footage.
Yes, yes, exactly. The body cam footage with the police, his behavior, his demeanor was completely off and weird. I mean, he got away with barely even being coherent, in my opinion. He was kind of like talking and rambling, and he got away with it. And that, I think the Moab police are culpable as well. I really do. And actually, one of those police officers resigned temporarily. Did they not? Or you can't resign temporarily, but he took time off because I think he knew he was guilty, or maybe he felt guilt and shame for not taking the domestic violence more seriously, because it can lead to death. So if it can lead to death, why would they not arrest both people for both abusing each other and hurting each other? I don't know. Just a thought, you guys. Just an idea. Just opinions here today. We haven't found out if his body definitively was found, but in my opinion, I think that's Brian Laundrie, the person that killed Gabby Petito. Just an opinion. Some more speculation for you guys. We may never know if he killed her because he may be gone now. Is that true?
Yeah, that may be true, but he was the last person to be seen with her.
He was the last person to be seen with her, but that doesn't mean he killed her definitively, though. Yeah. If he's not here to be interrogated or interviewed.
If he didn't kill her directly, he had a hand in it at least, because it's like, why did he?
Well, I know my opinion. Yeah. I think he killed her. He's a domestic abuser. I mean, if we didn't have that footage of the police in advance, we wouldn't have known that this wasn't a perfect, picturesque type relationship where nothing could have gone wrong. There was a lot that went wrong, it sounds like.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's safe to assume he most likely killed her.
Yeah, I think it's safe to assume. It's safe to assume he killed her, but we don't know. I mean, we may never know. I mean, really. Mandy Lou, Red Dirt Production, says, girl, just like I've always said, you can raise two children the same way, and one could be a preacher and the other a crackhead. It's called choices. Oh, yes, ma'am. That's true. That is absolutely true. Yeah, that is absolutely true. You can have completely different children turn out different ways. That's completely true. Linda says, what I'm saying is I wonder if he had a police record with his behavior. Oh, I think they would have
established that.
They would have mentioned that by now, no?
Probably.
Yeah, I think they would have mentioned it by now. I think he got away with his behavior for a long time. And they finally caught up with him. That's what it sounds like.
From my understanding too, I've heard that this guy's mom is like a district attorney wherever they live.
Yeah, the mom's a district attorney.
So she probably, if he ever got in legal trouble, she's probably able to weasel him out of it. If she's working for the county or whatever.
Well, it sounds like the mom tried to weasel him out of getting in trouble. Definitely. Maybe she did that throughout his lifetime, you mean? Yeah, maybe. Maybe she kept him from getting in trouble a lot sooner. It's quite possible. Lita says she knows about her narcissism and a narcissistic family. Yes, Lita does know about that. That's true. Well, I'm glad you guys showed up. I didn't want to sit here and be talking to myself, and I'm so glad you guys are interested in the story, because when I saw it on the news, I was just thinking oh my gosh, I wonder if that's the body that they found, because that's one of the things that went through my head, thinking he disappeared, but that doesn't mean that he survived. He could have committed suicide. He could have, he could have succumbed to the elements. He could have died because he thought he was a better survivalist than what he really was, especially with running out of water.
It's like hurricane season too, so
yeah, hurricane season also. So that's going to be a lot of.
It's going to be really wet out there. It's going to be hard to survive in the elements like that.
Yeah, it's going to be harder to survive in the elements. And then you got all those alligators out there.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of storm surge in the swamps from the rain and stuff. Like it's gonna be super hard to try to keep warm. Like
You guys, I think they found him. It's just an opinion. I don't know. Sounds like it.
they've had a few major storms pass through there not too long ago.
IWK83 just stopping to say hi. How are you doing, sweetheart? Nice to see you. Glad you stopped in. Be sure to hit that like button, you guys. Helps out a lot. And welcome back to Roasted Studios. Just doing some online Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay. We're actually in the swamps. Literally in the game. Or are we still in the swamps? Yeah, we're still in the swamps. Are we looking for loons or
These are herons.
herons? Okay.
That's what it wants to do.
Yeah, I just saw it all over the news. They're like, is he possibly... Well, they found a body, but they don't know if it's him. They're not going to know for a few more days, I presume. They got to do a coroner report on it. And they found a backpack and they found a notebook along with this body. Ooh, you guys, it sounds pretty creepy and scary. My goodness. If it is him, but we don't know if he's killed her, but if it is him, do you think, and he killed her, is this justice? Is this the swift justice that you guys were looking for? Or do you think the only justice would be if he was still alive and took accountability? Or is losing your life accountability enough? What do you think?
I would say like he got what he deserved if he killed her. Like,
If he killed her, he got what he deserved. That's what you think?
yeah, because if he ran and something ate him, like that's on him. But,
Yeah, it is him. It is your responsibility to protect your own life. And she wasn't able to do it with him, and maybe he wasn't able to do it against an alligator.
or the elements.
Or the elements, or whatever may have took his life.
It's a lot different trying to live off the land without like a tent, like in a van, because it looked like they had a lot of nice stuff in that little camper that they had, like that, like a stove and a fridge and stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Linda. Linda says first time in this stream. Well, we're very happy that you're in here. You're allowed here whenever you want to come by. I don't stream that often anymore. But when I am here, you're more than welcome to just pop on in and say hi and meet a friend and chat with people. And I love hearing everyone's point of view. Everyone's got a different point of view on what's going on and what happened. And when we put all of our minds together, we come up with some amazing concepts here, I think. Midnight Rider says, it's Brian's backpack. The parents found it. Just watched the police update. They still have a drone up searching. It ain't over. Oh, goodness. They're still going to look for him, huh? Oh, wow. Yeah, the search really isn't over, is it? I mean, he's not found till he's completely found. Linda says it's the parents that suffer now because of what he's done. Yeah, now if this is his body, now his parents have lost a child now. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. The parents overall have lost out on it sounds like their children. Gabby's not here anymore. They may have just found Brian's body. You're absolutely right. The parents lose out. Midnight Rider says, very weird case, this one. It is weird, isn't it? It is a little odd, obscure, random case we have to hear. It's so odd thinking these kids were alive just a few months ago, and we saw footage of them and very personalized YouTube videos and these gorgeous, amazing pictures, and they're so young, and just thinking they may not, the ways that they died, and then they may not be here anymore. It's a tragedy. It really is. Lita says she doesn't think the parents are much good anyways. The sister will suffer. Okay, there's another perspective right there. That's actually interesting that you mentioned that, because the sister came across as a scapegoat of the family to me, because the parents had excluded her and ostracized her from the situation momentarily, and she felt they weren't even speaking to her when this happened, so she wasn't included. So yeah, maybe she's suffered in a different way the family has, because right from the get-go she wasn't included in what was even going on.
It's a little weird too that she was the only one that openly speak with the press press about this matter too.
Yes, she was open to speak with the press. Can you guys believe it? The parents weren't. It took like pulling teeth to get them to help, but the sister did come out and she did speak with the cameras because I think she felt I have something to say. I don't think I know what's going on here. But she did have an opinion. We all have opinions. I have an opinion. Everyone's got an opinion. And she didn't seem to be sharing those opinions on what she thought maybe her brother did. Maybe she didn't want to come out directly and say, oh, yeah, he killed her, even though that's what maybe she thought had happened. Linda says it's the girl's parents that suffer because of him. Oh, absolutely. It was so sad. Thank you for joining me and talking, you guys. I really appreciate it. I had read somewhere that the parents, before they found Gabby's body, they were saying, can you please just at least tell us where she's at? Or are we close? Are we even looking in the right area? We haven't been able to eat and we haven't been able to sleep and our lives are falling apart. And that's a verbatim from what I read, because I remember it. I remember thinking, oh, I feel really bad for them and that's going on, that happened and that they feel that way because I don't know if you guys have ever been in that situation to where you're so upset you can't eat, you can't sleep. It's horrific, especially not knowing if a loved one is still alive or not. Just a terrible situation. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Linda. It's the girl's parents that suffer because of him.
Yeah, the dad was posting a lot of like heartfelt stuff on Twitter. Was it?
Who's dad?
Gabby Petito.
Gabby's Petito's father, yes. And the stepfather, too, no?
Yeah.
Posting a lot of heartfelt things. I mean, they already have a foundation up to try to find other people. There are other missing person cases that have happened upon because of this situation. People that wouldn't have been looked for, thought about otherwise. People wouldn't have thought two things about them otherwise. But now people are starting to care more about other people being found. And so there are good things that have come from it, even though that young lady lost her life so tragically, really.
Yeah, I think it did. I think when people started examining this idea of like the missing white woman syndrome, it did open up a really good conversation for other people to be found.
It did. The missing white woman syndrome did open up a further conversation for other people of different nationalities, different genders to be found, and that is a positive, good thing. Midnight Rider says, if Brian is gone, then we will never know what happened. The family will want closure, so sad. Brian reminds me of Chris Watts, same mannerisms. Oh, yeah, a little. Yeah, Chris Watts is creepy, too. Yeah, that's what's really sad. If it is him, we're never going to really know exactly what happened. We're never going to hear his side of the story. We can just all speculate and assume, which I think everyone's been doing anyways because of the sequence of events that's been going on here.
I think it's safe to make these assumptions too, just from like peculiar behavior.
Yeah, the peculiar behavior is a cause for safe assumption. I agree. Linda says, Ryder's so true. He was sick in the head. Midnight Rider says, I just hope it's not another victim they found. Oh my gosh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's a possibility he could have murdered somebody.
He could have murdered someone else that maybe found him and wanted to turn him in, maybe. He could have maybe strangled that person and got upset and angry. Yeah. You guys have good train of thought. You guys are thinking about a lot of things I haven't thought about.
Is Dog the Bounty Hunter still looking?
Oh, is Dog the Bounty Hunter still looking for Brian Laundrie? Or, because I know that he tapped out, if you will, because he had an injury or something, but is he like back still looking for him or no? Or what's he doing? Midnight Rider says finding his backpack nearby is very suspicious. Hey guys, make sure to hit that like button. Thank you, Mandy Lou. Yeah, hit that like button. Really would appreciate it very much. Yeah, finding that notebook in a backpack and then looking in the area where they thought that he may have been. And then also the manner in which this person had died. It sounds like it might have been him. This is one of the outcomes that I was thinking of a few weeks ago. We all were thinking this, are we not? We're thinking, well, he may not be found alive. Midnight Rider says, apparently there are more than 50 active serial killers in the USA today. Some say it's much more. Oh my goodness. AKA Shenanigans says the remains belong to the white F-150 he stole. Oh, So they think it's him? Is that what you mean?
Does it sound like another
Yeah. Mandy Lou says, LOL. Boo said, ride that horse, Peanuts. LOL. I will, Boo. Oh, Boo. Tell Boo I love the pictures he drew for me. Absolutely love them. I have them on my desk. Very, very sweet. If he stole an F-150 truck, then they think the remains might belong to the person he stole the truck from. I think that's what they're saying. Yeah. Well, yeah. If he killed Gabby, he will kill again. That's definite. Whew. I was talking so fast. I'm sorry, you guys. It's just this is so interesting to me. And when I saw they might have found his body, I thought, oh, that's him.
That's one of those weird.
That's what I thought.
It's one of those weird things about law. Like people make the assumption that if you make a punishment severe enough, like people will just double down and do it anyways. Like I'm already gonna be punished like for doing this. Might as well do this too.
I already killed Gabby. I might as well run away and get away with it.
Like kill somebody else.
I might as well kill somebody else.
It's like they're gonna add on to my sentence.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, when people were looking for him on the Appalachian Trail or wherever they're looking for him, aren't they afraid if they find him, he'd be so desperate to kill them? Brian would be so desperate to kill somebody else. It'd kind of be scary. You'd want to be law enforcement. Does Dog the Bounty Hunter carry a weapon? I don't know if he's the right person. He's 68. Might want to put that badge in, turn that badge in.
He's not licensed anymore.
Oh, he's not licensed? Then why is he still doing it? How is Dog the Bounty Hunter still involved?
He can still track people, but like he can't arrest anybody. He would have to have like somebody that has a license to it.
Yeah. Lita says, yeah, and he ate that person up. Oh, she thinks the cannibalism thing. Yep, if he's some amazing survivalist, who knows? Linda said she didn't think they would find him alive. This coincides right with what you're thinking, Linda. Mandy Lou says dog can only carry pepper spray. Pepper spray is not going to be strong enough for someone that's going to strangle you. Really, that kid just, oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say about him other than, he may not have been raised the correct way and he made some really bad choices. AKA Shenanigans says, the remains were found by where he parked the Mustang. Go along with me on this for a minute. He sees a white F-150, parks a Mustang next to it, walks into the bush, finds the owner, kills, and takes the key. Hey! It's a possibility. I mean, in my opinion, he's a killer. So, I mean, who he chooses to kill is on him. In my opinion, he chose to kill his girlfriend or his fiancée. And if he wants to get away with it, he probably would be likely to do it to somebody else, I'd imagine. AKA Shenanigans says, leave stuff behind to think it's him. Dog's a felon, can't have a firearm. Oh, that's right. But it's forever? He can never have a firearm?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Not unless you get your record expunged.
Oh, he must have never got his record expunged then.
There's like a way to do it, I think. But like if you're a felon, like I don't think you can ever buy a firearm ever again.
Right.
You can't like vote or anything either.
Yeah, he can't vote. He can't do anything. All he can do is find that Coke can or whatever he found, the sugary energy monster drink. He probably put that there his damn self. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what he's doing. Welcome back to Roasta Studios. Be sure to hit that like button, you guys, to show support. I really appreciate it. Just going to do some Red Dead Online. We're going fishing right now. We're fishing for the remains of Brian Laundrie. Will he be found? Was he found? Is that him? I don't know. I think it is, though. I think it might be. Mandy Lou says, I'm wondering where the remains were found. They found it at in the Carlton Reserve, where the water had receded. And so it's a place where they had like overlooked before, but were able to find something that was submerged, I guess, under the water before. I think it might be him. I really do. I think everyone's looking for this guy, and I think they just found him. That's what I think's been going on. It's just a crazy story. She says, how far away from the parking lot? How far away from the parking lot? I'm not sure. That I don't know. Be sure to hit that like button, you guys. Oh yeah, I have a contest going too. If you guys want to mail a letter or a postcard with your email address, you'd have to have your email address attached. You can be entered into a contest to win a $25 Amazon gift card. And I will be announcing that winner October 29th on this channel. All you have to do is mail your email address to Roasted Studios, P.O. Box 6364, Chico, California 95927. You could be entered into a contest to win a $25 Amazon gift card.
Harriet was like talking to that toad in the South Bay.
Oh, did she? What was she saying? What was Harriet telling the toad?
She's trying to be. I think she said you're trying to butter me up, aren't you?
Oh no. Wow, why so many dislikes?
Probably because we got this swamp picture we're playing like that.
Possibly. So, Brian Laundrie body found? Question mark. Possibly found. We're trying to find out. It's probably going to take a few days for that coroner report. It's probably going to take a few days for that coroner's report, but I just an opinion, I think that's definitely him. Mandy Lou said it'll take a few weeks. You think it'll take a few weeks?
Yeah, it'll probably take a while.
Oh, I know.
Take a few days at least.
I thought they had said it would take a few days, but you're probably right. It's probably going to be longer than that, Mandy. Cook seasoned succulent fish. I don't know if I have it. Succulent fish?
I'm sure you can grab some.
Okay.
It's like pulled some trout out of the swamp.
There we go. If you guys are just joining me, they think they may have found Brian Laundrie's body at the Carlton Reserve in Florida, but they're not sure. They got to do the coroner's report and figure it out. They also found a backpack and a notebook with this body, and mind you, it wasn't a whole complete body. So it sounds like either the elements got to this body or animals and different alligators or whatever's in that reserve. Is that a succulent? There we go.
These are like dynamited fish.
They're all dynamited fish, you guys. When I go fishing in this game, I just throw the dynamite out. I barely even go fishing. Lita said crabs will eat a body too. You're very right there. That's true. Could be crabs that got to him. Mandy says, be right back. Going to listen to the FBI press conference. Okay, lady, that sounds good. Let me know what they say. I know there's some other YouTubers, or at least one YouTuber that is down there. She was on Fox News and everything. And she was yelling at the news reporters, but I don't think they're going to be able to give them what they want just because they're angry. They have to go, there's a proper procedures and protocols they have to go through to figure out what body this is and what's going on. And even once they find that out, if it's his body, then we'll never know what happened to Gabby, really, other than she was strangled, but by who? It's a very tough situation.
It's not like these guys are walking crime labs either.
Yeah, exactly. These cops are not walking crime labs. That's true. They need time to figure out what's going on. I think a lot of people have been invested in the story, and tension is really high right now. Because people want to know, is that him or is that not him? Huh? Condor egg. We got to do condor egg. Please? Yay! We're doing condor egg. And condor egg, it's a game where you have to find the condor egg, and you have to get there before everyone else, and you can win $1,000 in the game. No, this. Yeah. It is? Oh, okay, good. Oh no, we got bumped out of condor. Oh wait, we'll try again. Sometimes they bump you, and when they do bump you, you're gone pretty much for good. This is the first time I've seen them give us a second chance. Let's tell them who you think the character looks like. You said Ethel from Lucy. I Love Lucy. Vivian Vance from I Love Lucy. No, they bumped you again. Great. Got bumped twice over here, guys.
That won't let me go in. There's probably nobody playing.
It bumped you again?
It bumped me like twice, like it gave me a third chance and see if it'll do it.
It's probably just gonna bump you again. Let's find out who's still here. Put a 1 in the chat if you think they found Brian Laundrie. If you think they found Brian Laundrie, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you think they found somebody else. A 1 in the chat if you think they found Brian Laundrie. A 2 in the chat if you think they found somebody else. Should I tell them about the contest? Everyone in this game right now on Red Dead Redemption 2, hi guys, how's it going? If you want to win a $25 Amazon gift card, All you have to do is send me your email address to my P.O. box.
Shut up, thank you. Shut up, please.
At Roasted Studios, P.O. Box 6364, Chico, California 95927. You get the possibility to win a $25 Amazon gift card. That address again is Roasted Studios, P.O. Box 6364, Chico, California 95927. Somebody said, no, thank you, shut up, please. It's like rude.
It's like, what, you don't like free money?
I know, what? You don't like free money and free things?
You sit on your ass and play Red Dead all day?
Mandy says she's came back from the FBI press conference. Same thing I said, nothing new. Yeah, there's just some new basic information that I thought was really interesting that I wanted to come on and tell you guys. But they don't know enough yet to really be able to tell us if that's Brian Laundrie or not. Okay, now on to finding this condor egg.
It's like harder to find it with these characters. Oh, fuck. Get him, come on. One of these guys might have it.
Okay, we're going to loot these bodies and see if they have the condor egg. Did you ever find it on somebody before?
I haven't found it on somebody, but like sometimes you can't find it out in the world.
Right.
So that means
If you can't find it on the world, then you think maybe one of these guys have it? I think it might just be a glitch if you can't find it.
That's true. You might not be able to see it sometimes.
Exactly. It may not be illuminated, and then how do you know where it's at?
Because I've had that happen before with like other collectibles. It's gonna be a vulture.
Are the bird eggs different than the vulture eggs?
The condor egg is different.
Oh, okay.
The vulture egg is like a collectible you can still sell it to them.
And they just house it under bird egg?
There's like a collectible set of bird eggs.
Oh, okay.
Like a specific set of eggs.
Okay.
Sometimes I think people ride past it not being able to see the. There it is.
Where?
I thought I saw it. There might have been something blank here. I thought I saw it.
You guys are just joining me. Welcome back to Roasted Studios. Be sure to hit that like button. If you'd like to win a $25 Amazon gift card, be sure to send me your email at Roasted Studios, P.O. Box 6364, Chico, California,
Okay, got it.
95927.
Could you shut up?
No, it's hard for me to be quiet, actually.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Bye. Bye. I'm from China.
Ni hao. How are you doing today?
Ni hao.
Oh, someone found the... Did you find it?
I find it.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
No, they just have to mail it to me. They don't have to send it to anybody but me.
Bye.
Oh, well, yeah, they can DM it. No, they need to mail it to me. They don't need to send it over here. Do you know what I mean?
Physical mail.
Physical mail.
Snail mail.
Yeah, it's snail mail. This girl's saying they could dox themselves or something.
You don't have to put your...
What happened to the game?
It like does it.
Oh.
Just put your email address as your name and then put like a...
I don't know. People were being so mean to me in there. I don't know. Whatever.
Everybody's like...
It's not a big deal.
And then the
He's like, can you please shut up? I'm like, no. That's very hard for me to do.
experience.
Oh, dispatch rider popped up too.
Under man, I'm trying to level up your the bounty hunter.
She was saying they could just DM it to you.
Yeah, but like we want like physical like cards.
Oh, exactly. Because we normally have people just put their information underneath the chat or in the comment section. But today was like a different... This is like a different kind of giveaway where we give the mail.
Why is he bumping me?
All right, how long have we been on here for now? 41 minutes? I think it's time to log out. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Oh, well, let's see. Mandy Lou says, nobody better to be mean to Roasted. Boo will get you guys. LOL. I know. Look out for Boo if you're being mean to Roasted Studios because he likes his roasted peanuts. Okay, you guys, I'm going to log out here for now. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Roasted Studios.